thank you all most sincerely for taking the time to be here today as we launch this program to the glory of God and for the benefit of the people of our dear, beloved Lagos. The Gbaja Ride program we are launching today is also a product of that determination to use the instruments of government at all levels to ease the lives of our people and empower our citizens to do more and achieve greater things. Access to these services, especially for young children in school, for older people, for the less able, and for all those who struggle with their income, can be the difference between succeeding in school or failing because of a lack of regular attendance. And I want you to listen to this very carefully because some people may not see the apparent and obvious or not so obvious ways this program touches on practically every life in Surulere and beyond. Some people cannot go to school every day because the funds are not there for their parents to pay for their transportation. It can be the difference between being able to get to the hospital on time to receive life-saving medical assistance or dying at home alone. Believe it or not, there are people, not just in Surulere, all throughout Lagos and all throughout Nigeria, who are sick at home but have nobody or no way of getting to the hospital. These free rides can make that difference. It can be the difference between getting to a job interview on time or missing the opportunity of a lifetime. The buses we are presenting here today will be operated in partnership with Lagos Metropolitan Transport Agency, Lamata, to provide free transportation to and from school for all secondary school students in the Surulere axis, to ensure that our young people can get to and from school on time and safely. Parents in these areas no longer have to worry about providing money for transport or fear for the well-being of their wards while they are on the way to school in the morning and back home in the afternoon. We do not intend for these buses to remain idle outside the school run hours. Instead, we will make these buses available to all other residents for intra-city shuttles at a steep discount of 25% below the prevailing rates for all the routes where these buses will be available. So outside of the school hours in the morning, 7 to 8:30 and 2 to 3:30, these buses are available for residents of Surulere to go to CMS, to go to Ikeja, to go to Ikoyi at a discounted rate of 25%. I believe by doing this, we have, in our own little way, contributed to the development of the society. If you look at the world over, any thriving economy, whether it's America, whether it's Germany, whether it's South Africa, whether it's Uganda, whether it's Ghana, there is no economy that can thrive without a good transportation system. That is why in many countries, transportation is key. We have a lot of our people here in Surulere who go to work on the island. We have those who go to work in Yaba, those who go to work in Ikeja. We have our men and women who go to the market in Bukhari. The cost of this transportation is sometimes all over the world prohibitive. So what you have here is subsidy of transportation. So the president has cleverly and rightfully remove subsidy from petrol, and very quietly, with his help, we have been able to, at least here in Surulere, subsidize transportation for our people. I think that is savings well spent. Now, however, because this is a social intervention aimed at those who need help the most, priority will always be given to our senior citizens, the less able, the pregnant women, and women traveling with young children. This thing works the way we have planned it. Every public transport user who buys the route from Surulere to Lagos or wherever, the arithmetic, the arithmetic that we have done suggests that he will be saving himself with a discount 20,000 naira every month. If you save 20,000 naira every month, what you have saved for yourself in a year is 240,000 naira, quarter of a million. I have said before, and I will repeat it, that building a working society is a collective responsibility requiring the joint efforts of all citizens. We have provided these buses, and our team of dedicated young men and women, in collaboration with our partners at La Mata, will help manage this program sustainably and effectively. However, ensuring this program succeeds and endures is the collective responsibility of all the drivers, the conductors, the passengers who will use and benefit from this program. Therefore, I urge everyone to treat these buses with the same level of care and consideration that you would ordinarily give to your own vehicles. And I pray that God will reward your diligence by granting you your own cars in due time. This scheme, and on my part, I have ensured, has effectively employed 100 people from this scheme alone. When you employ 100 people, you don't look at that number 100. You assume that each person has dependents, maybe 5. When you times 100 by 5, you're talking about 500 people that you have touched from this program alone. I have, for the next 3 months, I have covered the cost of insurance, the salaries of all 100 people, the mechanics. I have provided for the fuel for the next 3 months for these buses. We have provided security. We have secured a car park that will house all the buses. We paid for the security. I say this so I can now pass the running of the buses after 3 months to those who will be handling the operation of the Gbaja Ride. Please, 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 do not let our efforts or the efforts of this government go in vain.